God bless you, Facebook Live, and God bless you, YouTube. I was just sitting here, first of all, wishing all of you all a great holiday. Have a blessed 4th of July. I was just thinking about how the enemy doesn't fight fair. And I think sometimes saints go into so much spiritual warfare as if the devil has a set of rules, as if he has some standards, some benchmarks to adhere to. But folks, when you're fighting with the enemy don't fight fair. You know, I was saying to someone yesterday, I said that pressure bursts pipes, but it may also bring the very best out of you. So, folks, sometimes when you're under attack, there is a level inside of you that you've never yet harnessed because you like complacency, you like things to be calm, you like things to not be rough. But folks, the enemy doesn't play fair. And literally the enemy has found out time and again over time that he can hit someone and keep hitting them, and unbeknownst to him, and knock them right into your purpose. Folks, you won't know who you are until you've been through a good fight. You won't know what you're made of until your faith has been tested. But I'm coming today to still tell you that the enemy doesn't play fair. So, folks, when you're under a lot of pressure, you got to know that some pressure comes to break you. But there is literally a level of pressure that will make you. Child of God, my brother and sister, the devil doesn't fight fair, but because he doesn't play by the rules doesn't mean that he needs to be the victor. I think at times, right where the enemy thinks that he absolutely had us, God will make a way of escape. To the enemy's surprise, and also to his demise, and to the demise of his attack on you, that God has a way of bringing us out and pulling us through and taking us over and bringing us under. And I'm speaking this word to you that the enemy just doesn't play fair. So don't go thinking that he has some rule book, some tenets that he has to adhere to. But I was thinking, because I've had a little attack come through, and I thought, as great as the adherence of the faith, the initial and early adherence of the faith, they had to endure harsh scourgings. They had to have their heads separated from their shoulders, and so many other things. And all we now is a rumor gets out on us, and we're ready to give up the show. Folks, the enemy doesn't play fair. If the enemy can't dig up any dirt on you, he'll just go and literally make some up. We serve a God that's faithful. But there is always the enemy. For an enemy that opposes us, he wants to find a way to navigate past the defense of God. And I'm speaking that word to you, that no weapon that is formed against you shall prosper. And every tongue that rises against you in judgment thou shalt condemn. Folks, the enemy won't play fair. I know it's hard to believe that we'll get attacked when we're adherents of holiness. Holiness will produce some situations and some attacks that will hurt. A firm stance is a rebuke to the devil. A principled walk is a rebuke to the devil. And an unbowed head is a rebuke to the devil. So you're wondering why you're living in holiness, and the enemy has you in his crosshairs because he's trying to disturb your walk. He's trying to decrease your personal witness. But child of God, I'm telling you that just because the enemy doesn't play fair doesn't mean that we have to be losers. I'm telling you that God called you to be more than a conqueror. Not just a conqueror, that would be great enough, but he called you to be more than a conqueror, that you were fearfully and wondrously made, that you're the head and not the tail, above only and never beneath. Child of God, the enemy doesn't play fair, but you don't have to lose this battle. Sometimes when we don't fold at the place that others do, we'll endure some painful moments. You will have some powerful moments too. You got to literally just know that with this, it comes with the territory. Being principled, standing in faith, it comes with the territory. I know it's hard for me being raised in the heart of South Memphis, and you had to go for it. God bless you, Brother Cross. You had to go for it, and sometimes I want to get in my flesh and trade an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, and where we both be blindless and can't be blind and toothless. But literally, that's a level that you get to with God. I heard the story of an eagle, where eagle fights other birds of prey, and because of the eagle's immense strength, it can just crush the other birds of prey. But the eagle doesn't choose to encounter the birds of prey in a battle. The eagle just keeps traveling higher to a distance where the other birds of prey can't breathe. I'm speaking that to you. There's some battles that are beneath you. There are some battles that's not worth your time. It's not worth perplexing your mind. Preach, Steve. It's not worth going through any hardships through, because the enemy doesn't play fair. I know we've been delivered so long that sometimes we don't want to remember the painful attacks of our past. The same God that delivered you from those painful attacks back then can do it again. The amazing thing is that literally we have hurt people that will go hurt innocent people to heal their hurt. But God's never into that thing. The enemy gets sometimes enemy. But you got to make sure that when the enemy comes to attack, that you don't give someone the pain that you have. You got to trust God as your protector, your provider, your bridge over troubled water, your battle axe. You got to know that the battle is not yours, that it's literally the Lord. The enemy doesn't play fair, but that's still no reason to lose. Folks, be an eagle. Fly above the fray. Why would you ever battle with a wounded chicken hawk? Folks, we fight sometimes beneath our grave, beneath our privilege, beneath our calling, and that's not worth doing it. Some attacks are beneath you. Let them talk. Let them lie. Let them spread rumors. But you got to know that you're above their fray. Folks will cast aspersions on your character. They'll rejoice. I'm telling you to rejoice even when they lie on you. Or test a lie on you. If they lied on Jesus, the enemy will cause them to lie on you. Folks, I'm just saying, if you want the heights, then you got to expect some attacks. Greatness comes with attacks. God's favor withstands attack after attack after attack. I'm speaking a word to you. I'm trying to speak a word that handles here. Yeah, the enemy won't play fair. The enemy doesn't play by the rules. The enemy will come with everything and hit you with everything but the front door. But I'm telling you, in the midst of the enemy coming against you and everybody witnessing the severity, the awesomeness of his attack, and they're predicting your demise, just because he doesn't play fair doesn't mean that victory still can't be yours. Child of God, my brother and my sister, I'm speaking this word to you, that despite his not playing fair, that doesn't mean that he needs to be victorious. Despite him not playing fair, that doesn't mean that you need to lose the battle. Despite him not playing fair, doesn't mean that your witness, you shouldn't go forward. For they're going to talk. Let them talk in the short term while God gives you a powerful long term. Child of God, my brother and sister, the enemy doesn't play fair. Stop expecting him to play by some pre-designed or predefined set of rules. But despite the enemy not playing fair, then the enemy is coming to steal, to kill, and to destroy you. You don't have to lose that battle. He's going against the rules, against the grain, but I'm telling you that victory still can be yours. Be blessed and claim the victory despite the enemy not playing fair. Be blessed.